All right, today's day 10 of our little camping tour around California coast. Today we're staying at Lake CASITAS Recreation Area. This is like a big drinking water reservoir. And we'll check up here and I'll show you the place. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the Water Adventure Park right by Owl Court, which is right out here. Wow, check out this giant peppercorn tree, Chinus mole. He's a Peruvian pepper tree. And so he comes from Peru. So here's the park. It's got a little infinity river here, right? Infinity River goes around. So here's the common area. Lots of fun playground stuff. So this is middle of July. I don't know if they're closed or broken, but they're not open. So back to our giant Chinus mole, Peruvian peppercorn, or pepper tree. Here are the peppers here. See that? Red little peppers, or pink peppers. And they are edible. What you do, you can kind of take the shell off and make a little lemonade out of it. It tastes kind of sweet. And then you can grind up the peppers when they dry out in your pepper grinder for free pepper. And here's a dump station. And Uncle Casey's dumping out the water. And this is the first time he's doing it. There's a switch, open. There's another switch, something. And it's down here. Goes to the, probably drains to the reservoir. Oh, there we go. That's it. That's all somebody else's. So there's no black water, just gray water. And danger, don't drink the water from this hose. Okay. That's it. We're going to go check out our campsite and the rest of this beautiful place. So here we have a park store here and got snow cones. So we'll come down later on and get some snow cones maybe. Okay. Bunch of oleander on the side of the road. It's called Nerum oleander. Don't eat it. It's poisonous. Don't let your dog eat it. You'll get sick. Alright, so we're in Lake CASITAS Campground now. We're staying at Campground Grebe. Grebe's this bird here, that's a western grebe. In the picture we also have pied-billed grebes. And the campgrounds go around the reservoir. We've got a mix of natural or native and non-native plants. So here's some yuccas up here. We have a coast live oak, or Quercus agrifolia. Here's the campground Grebe. Here's site 1. I mean, just roll back and you park. So it's kind of barren. This little playground down here. You want to play. So there's trash cans. Here's water. This is potable water. So you can drink this, but see, you've got a little spigot, so if you got to refill up with your hose, that's kind of cool. All right, there's a big eucalyptus tree. Little, I don't know what that is, like a bus stop or something. Okay, here's a view of part of the reservoir down here. Check that out. So you can do anything except touch the water. So you can ride a boat or a kayak, but you can't swim. You can't ride your paddleboard either. So I think this is the farthest campground out, so Grebe. There's campgrounds that have hookups where you have electrical and water, but they're off the, there's no view, they're kind of on a hill. So they're not as fun. They're the restrooms. All right. Take a quick look. See what you're Up against here, here's a women's room, so I never go in women's rooms, but here you go. Looks like they're full flush toilets. And the back of the women's room is closed for repair. We also have little porta potties. All the information you need here about how to camp safely. Hey, I forgot to show you. All these nests up here, these are swallows. Little muddy nests. If we're lucky, they'll peek their little heads out. Little babies will peek their heads out. Let's take a look. He's brown. He's a barn swallow. He's got little forks on his tail when he flies around. And he skims all over the water surface. Oh! Skims all over the water surface, catching little bugs. There's another barn swallow up here. Right. Look how cute he is. Oh! I can do a whole video on these guys. Here's one here. Here's a baby. Feed me! Look at that. Feed me! So this plant up here. Alright, you've heard of a red mulberry tree? This is a white mulberry tree. So the leaves here, they're really smooth on top. And they're really veiny, well-defined veins on the bottom. Okay, so red mulberry is rough on top. And the white mulberry is smooth on top. So this guy has no mulberries on him to snack on today. And he's got nice, beautiful bark. White bark you can peel off if you want. Really tough bird, peel that off. Okay. All the campsites have picnic tables and little fire rings here. There's another eucalyptus. And yeah, you're kind of hard pressed for shade, but here we have, this is our site here underneath the peppercorns or pepper trees. All right, here's our little RV where the refrigerator doesn't work because the refrigerator only works when the normal car battery's on, but not through the solar on top. So if you don't have any hookups, it's no good. This guy believes a red pine. And they don't grow in California, I don't think, but you find them out like in Minnesota. He's Pinus resinus. Okay, it's called a red pine. It's got this beautiful red bark. Right here, you can see that beautiful red bark. Okay, so you know he's a red pine because when you pull off his needles here, okay, take his needles. See, this is called a fascicle, or like a big cluster of needles. But inside each little tiny part, there's 2 needles belonging to each little segment. See, you got 2 needles here. Right, so down below, branch up, this guy, you have 2 needles. It's a red pine. He's called Pinus resinus because he's really resiny, sticky. Right? He's got these pine cones here. Little rounded, ovate shaped. They're not very big. Not like a culture pine that weighs 11 pounds. Alright, these guys just weigh, I don't know, half a pound, not very much. Alright, to the top. And he's a bit self-pruning, which means his branches, when they die, they just break off and they fall to the ground. Break off, fall to the ground. So over time, these lower branches will all break off by themselves and he'll become tall without branches below and lots of branches up above. Oh boy. So we're going to walk down the reservoir here. Okay, we're going to see some, I don't know, birds. Maybe, there's some birds right there. We're going to check those guys out unless they fly away. All right? Alright, so check this out. We got some red-winged blackbirds up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're all kind of posing up here. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. This guy. Check him out. He's got red, yellow markings on his epaulets there. There's a bunch. There they go. Okay, so this is what they do all day. So during courtship, the males will perch really high as they can. And then they'll spread their shoulders to show off these big, bright red epaulets. So the male who climbs the highest and has the broadest, flashy chevrons or epaulets on his shoulder will get the female. Wow, check out all these California quail. Look at that. Holy moly. Anyway, this is Calopepla californica. Sometimes he's called a California valley quail or a valley quail. Most people just call him a California quail. So he's described, here we go, running around. He's a small, ground-dwelling bird. He's part of the new quail, or the New World quail family. He's got these curving crests of plumage on his head. That's how you know who he is. The little plumage thing is made of 6 feathers. There we go. Alright, they droop forward. And they're black in the males, and they're brown in the females. Alright? So this guy's a year-round resident. They're highly sociable. You always find them together. And this little flock here is called a covey. Right? So a group of quails is called a covey. This little guy here, these are side-blotched fence lizard. There he goes. He's super, super common. You find him in your backyard. You find him out here in the woods, all the way up to the desert sometimes. Oh, here's a really big desert cottontail right here. So here we have a few mourning doves. All right, these are the guys who go woo 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 woo. They kind of sound like owls. Wow, check out all these turkey vultures. Holy smokes. He's called Cathartes aura. Unbelievable. They love this place. Not sure what they're looking for, but they kind of just fly in circles here in patterns. And eventually they'll get an updraft, and then they'll make a big funnel. And these guys can fly some ridiculous height, like 20,000 feet high. So where do all of our turkey vultures go at night? Well, right up here in this eucalyptus tree. All right. Look closely. How are we going to do this? There we go. There's one here. Kind of look around. See little silhouettes of vultures. Here. Here, there we go. Alright, so we call this the Vulture Tree Hotel. There's a ton of stuff to see here. It's just really hot right now. It's like 90. But we're going to go out here, explore the trail, look at our birds, or some of our plants, and so we're going to put our feet in the water. This is a drinking reservoir for human consumption, so they don't want humans falling in there and contaminating it. This guy's got some tents set up. All right, so we're going to go on our walk now. I'll show you around.